Welcome to Managing the Trip, how to provide stellar customer service. Our learning objectives today are to understand how to provide effective customer service after a booking has been placed, learn to be proactive to avoid issues, utilize empathy as a primary approach when an issue arises, and reinforce customer satisfaction through post-trip follow-up. So you've placed a booking for your client. Now what? Well, you've made this booking. Now the work begins. Execution is critical to ensure customer satisfaction and repeat business. It's important to create excitement through follow-up emails, upsell for a better experience, such as transfer services, or offer to make dinner reservations, keep track of important dates, create a checklist to ensure smooth travels. All of this will help you create an experience for your client that will want them to refer you to others. So we want to think about how to anticipate the needs of our clients. So you might want to think about what are things that you would do if this was your own booking. So you want to be proactive to avoid issues in your booking. So what does this mean? Well, it means getting confirmation numbers for hotels, activities, etc., that are on the itinerary, and reach out to those entities directly to confirm reservations. Now, you might say, Carolyn, I'm booking with preferred suppliers. Isn't that the job of the supplier? And you're absolutely right. Yes, it is. And they are doing their work. But unfortunately, post-COVID, it's really important that we are an extension of that supplier. And we do need to take that extra step if we want to sleep at night to make sure that all those reservations are firmly in place. We're double checking all travel documents and paperwork. So I like to go through each one of these, double check dates, classes of service. I like to get airline e-ticket numbers. This is that long 9-digit stream of numbers. This is different from a record locator number. So a client can have a record locator number and not have an e-ticket number. The e-ticket number, that 9-digit number, signifies that the ticket has been paid for, and that's important. So the record locator, believe it or not, does not mean the ticket has been paid for. So you also want to double check clients' passports to make sure that you've reviewed the spellings of the names, that the expiration dates are correct. You're checking seat arrangements. All of those things are really important to do. And then finally, you're asking the client, what would make the trips even more special? So you might be sending a gift to their room as a welcome surprise, an anniversary special, something like that. Always reach out to the concierge at the hotels to see what they can provide to you complimentary. And then sometimes you will need to pay a little bit in order to make that amenity happen. So I believe it was Maya Angelou that said, a person may not remember what you did or remember what you said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. So this in our industry, this is your chance to really be the hero. And, when issues arise, we want to be that person. And believe it or not, that doesn't mean resolving every issue the way the client wants it to be resolved. Sometimes there are things that are out of our control, and really just being that supportive presence is the only step you can take to try and soften things. And that's okay. So it's important that you are that support system. So you're listening to the client, you are empathizing with them, but also being realistic with them. If they are angry at you because there wasn't a 10 o'clock check-in, remind them gently that clients just checked out of that room and check-in is at 3 or 4 o'clock. Ask them to reach out to the concierge or the front desk for that on-site support, or if there is an in-destination phone number, they're welcome to call that as well. But it's really important that you, the agent, be available to your client and let them know that you're on their side, offer steps to resolve that issue, even if it's in the middle of the night. And then follow up. This can be really challenging. It's one of the most challenging pieces of the industry that I find. It's difficult for some, but it's really important step in the process. So you're closing that loop on client satisfaction. You're asking the questions, what went well? What could have been better? And of course, that what could have been better is the tough part to hear sometimes. We want to send that welcome home gift, or at the very least, a handwritten thank you note or email. It's important. And then of course, you're more than welcome to ask for that testimonial or review on your behalf. This is fantastic, and it allows you to not only ask for that, but ask for referrals at the same time. Thank you so much for reviewing my business. Please pass my name along to anyone you know that might be interested in a trip in the future. That's a very, very easy ask. Thanks very much for joining me today. We'll see you in the next session. You do have a short quiz.